Crickets, and welcome back to I Have a Story. I've been talking an awful lot about my grandparents and recently about people passing away. So I guess to lead into the next part of my stories, I guess I'll talk about the passing of my grandparents because nothing in my life could even, in painful moments, just be normally painful. People have to make it as deep as it can go. And the last one that I'll be talking about, I'll be making 3 videos because I only ever knew 3 grandparents, and my dad's mom passed away when he was young. I never met her. And it gets even more messed up and sick and twisted for each one, and the third one is just beyond words. So the first one to pass away was my dad's dad, and he passed away when we were kids in elementary school. I was, as far as I know, the only one who was really close to him. I spent quite a bit of time with him in the old folks' home. Knew his girlfriend and the people in the old folks' home, and I honestly really enjoyed it there. It was a sanctuary for me. I love elderly people, and that was part of it. In my childhood, the elderly were the saving grace of my childhood. You won't hear me talk much about my dad's dad because I was young when he passed away, and really all I had was childhood memories, and really he was an alcoholic too, and he drank a lot and slept a lot, and when I was staying with him he'd be sleeping and drunk, and I would go wander the hallways and hang out with elderly people who were still awake even at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I loved my grandpa, don't get me wrong. He was, as far as I know and remember, he was a wonderful man. He was never mean, he was never angry, he was a caring person, but he was very straight. Like, he was not a lot of humor and a lot of fun that I remember, but he did give me that. And I remember him giving me cookies, even one time that had some sort of insects in them. I bit into it and stuff in my mouth was moving, and I spit out, and there was as much moving as there were crumbs that weren't. But I can't speak bad at him either. He was one of the better people in my life. But we found out my grandpa, and this is, I don't know, I mean, I was very young, and what I remember being told and what I heard, and who knows in my life what I hear is real or not. My grandpa was in the hospital, and he was sick and not doing well. And the story we got was that the nurse who was caring for him, and you got to remember this was back in the 80s, the nurse that was caring for him gave him a pack of cigarettes. He lit a cigarette, took a couple puffs, and went into a coma, and then ended up dying. To you, Grandpa. So my parents picked us up from the babysitters, and the babysitter said, "Hey, how's your dad doing?" And my dad told her, "He's doing fine. Everything's looking good. Actually looking better. Yay." And we're all like, "Yay, Grandpa's doing better." Well, the very next morning, we wake up before school, wait until we get dressed, and we're literally just ready to walk out the door. "Hey, kids, I want to let you know Grandpa died yesterday. Now go to school." And literally pushed us right out the door to school. They didn't want to deal with us. They didn't want to deal with it. Let school go deal with it. You guys go to school and cry all day and not focus on school. And God, people, my life has shown me all the things that are wrong and bad to do. That's why I don't ever want that on my kids. I don't want you doing it to your kids. So many people in this world do it without even realizing they're doing some things to some extent like this. Don't take it for granted what you got. Don't take your kids for granted. Love them every fucking day if you got them. Oh, I gotta get off.